Hello!
Good morning, another day at the roof. Just been shopping for the timbers for this. I think, as I mentioned last episode, I've got to go shopping. And we've got the ridge, all the rafters, and the bit of 4x2 I'm going to need to cut in this roof into that one. So first job then, just got my saw out ready to go, is I've got to set up the upstand for around here, which the roof covering, all the insulation will go against, and then 150 above the finished roof line. And then that's where this piece of glass will sit. I want to pattern cut these to make sure these are exactly the same, because it's got to be exactly square still. That's me top and bottom of my sides. Top and bottom of my ends. And now I just need to work out the finished height. I've got to work my overall height out now. And I've got to put these timbers, rather than having them like that and like that, I've got to put them like that. And the reason being is that the wall thickness, when it goes up for the glass to sit on, has got to be 50mm minimum, 65 maximum, to allow for the overlap with the glass. And there's like a black band that goes around, so I've got to use it this way. So all I'm going to do is, because this is, what was this, 38mm I think it is, CLS, yeah, 39mm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on and then put 18mm ply on the outside, then all the way around the outside, to make me up my thickness. So I'll still be below 65mm, plus that'll give me some strength as well. So that's the way I'm going to do it. What I need to do now is just work out my overall height of my stud's got to be now. Now that I've got 50mm fern strip, 18mm ply, then I've got 140mm insulation, and then 12mm ply on top of that. 11mm it normally comes out at. 220mm. So rather than having to try and measure that and then 220, deduct that from that, if you just get your tape measure, 220mm like that on the top end, and on the bottom end the tape shows you what needed to put in between to make up to 220mm, if that makes sense. So that there, look, if you look at that, that's saying 94mm. Bit easier. Nearly forgot, got to add on your 150mm. You've got to be above your finished roof as well, as like an upstand for snow blow and what have you. That's what they call it, that's a word, snow blow. Sounds good to me. So finish of 370mm, so same process, end on end, 370mm, whatever it gives you, that's your size of your stud. I've just worked out how many of these little noggins I'm going to need now, or uprights, or whatever you want to call them. 245mm. So I've marked my 245mm onto there, done my cut, held it in place, and then so I can pattern cut them all the same and a bit more efficient. And then I've put this block on there to butt it up against, and then just screwed it at the back. And then I'll just work opposite handed, so I'll obviously use my left hand now, so I'm safer. And then I'll just keep butting it up against here, nice and steady, so I don't move this. And then just cut them all a bit more efficiently. Bit of assembly now. Right, all frames done. Put them on the roof now. Right, what I've done now is I've made this up into an L shape, only because it's easier for me because I'm on my own today. And as always on this channel, I always do, full disclosure, what I didn't do was I didn't add the thickness of this onto my length. So that length is the exact, and that length is exact, so of course I've got out at the corner. But I made myself a corner, and I've glued and screwed that in there just to make it, because that's a measurement I need there, internal. So I put that in there just to join the two together, but it's actually worked out just as good, because like I say, I would have had to put a piece in anyway. On the inside there's a bit of a board catcher for the inside plasterboard. So yeah, that's where we go. What I'll do now is I'll get up, put these on the roof, and then I've got some 5-inch screws then. I'll screw all the way through into this double timber up the top here, and glue and screw the corners together. And that'll be me done then for that, and I'll start doing the front. Oh, press stop too soon then, and I'll start doing the front roof gable end pitch next. Right, what I'm going to do now, strip off the plastic temporary shelter that got over the top there. I only know what my height is going to be because I discussed it with Scott last night, the height of my ridge, which if I remember right, it was about 4 courses down, I think, 3 courses actually, down from that window that you can see there. Find my centre, put a piece of a block of wood on the wall, down from the top of my ridge to the bottom of my ridge, and fix it on the wall so I can sit my ridge on it. And then this side, I'll stick a prop up in the air, fix it to the side of my ridge once it's level, and then put a temporary prop down this side just to hold it, to stop it falling over. And then I'll start setting out my rafters. What I've done there now is set my ridge to my centre. This is an easy one because I can reach the ridge from the wall plate. If it was a big roof it'd be different, but there is one on the channel. I think I'm going to have a look how I did that one. So I've used a clamp then just to level this. What I did, just so I could guess because I'm on my own, I measured from the block work, or from here, from there down to the block work, and then I measured from the wall plate up to there to get me a rough height, and then clamped a piece of timber on, and to be honest it's within a millimetre or so of the right height. It's got to go up a little bit, but I'll do that when I start putting rafters on. What I've done then is I've got my centre here, so I know I'm roughly centre there. and then I've just got this piece of timber then just to brace it, just to stop this ridge moving. Again, because I'm on my own, it's a bit difficult. What I've done then is I've measured from here, from the edge of the outside corner of the wall plate up to the top of the ridge up there, and then I measured the same again from there down to there, and I've ascertained that this measurement is 1400 and this measurement is 1410. So all you do, an easy one for me again to show you the explanation of what I'm doing, what I normally do then is, because you can, it is difficult to work this, I don't work it out with squares, I'll work it out like this. I don't use any big fancy squares or anything, and this has always worked for me in 20 years, so I'll stick in with it. I'll measure that one now, like I've just said. Let me backtrack now. 1400 from there to the top corner on both, up to that corner, and then likewise down to there. All I do then is I take that, and the difference between 1400 and 1410 is 1405. So all I do then is I do 2 rafters now at 1405, which means that this will come over 5mm and that'll go over that way 5mm, and you know then it's parallel, it's in right in the centre. And I'll do a pattern rafter, so that's what I'll do for you now, and then we'll try it. Now I know for definite already that this wall plate isn't parallel. So I'm gonna have to open my bird's mouth up a little bit just to make sure this looks parallel when it goes in, because like I just said, it's been vaulted, so I can't hide it by pulling the wall plates in. Right then, I'll cut some pattern rafters. Right, for a more in-depth explanation of how I've done this, just head over to the channel, and there is a cut roof on there. I think it's truss or cut, I can't think what it's called now. It's a roof that I did, and I explained all this exactly how I set out the plumb cut. But all I've done there is I've come down 50mm from the top, which is the same depth I'm going to come up for the bird's mouth. And then when you sit that on the top of the ridge, and that edge there at the bottom on the edge of the wall plate where the bird's mouth is going to sit, it gives you the right angle, because lifting that up 50mm is the same as dropping that in 50mm. Got 5 of these. Right, another day done in the sunshine. That roof's on. I'm going to leave those long for now because we've got to cut this lean-to roof into it. He's not sure what soffit fascia overhang he wants at the moment. So I'm going to leave those long. That's all been, he's leaving this vaulted as I've already said. So he's going to put on and get him to put another wall plate strap in the middle there, I think, just to support that. So this is complete. That's ready for the bricky to be bricked up. Ready for the bricky. Just finished off these last few truss clips, a couple of truss clips on there. The framework is built up here. That's all complete as well. 18mm ply on the outside of that now will give me my just in between my minimum and maximum that I'm allowed for this glass for the overhang. So I'm happy with that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, as all of them. So it's been fantastic weather for me. So don't forget to like button and notification for the next episode. Thank you very much.